Imagine a battlefield where raw primal power collides with cold, unstoppable technology. A place where the thunderous footsteps of a mechanized titan shake the ground, and a silver nightmare flows like mercury, reshaping itself with lethal intent. This is not just a fight, it's a clash of eras, instincts versus algorithms, rage versus precision. Kong Cyborg versus the T-1000 liquid metal is the ultimate battle of steel titans. Kong Cyborg stands as a terrifying evolution of nature itself. Once a living legend, now fused with advanced cybernetics, he is muscle and metal combined into a walking apocalypse. His massive frame towers over cities, each movement powered by hydraulic pistons and reinforced alloy bones. Beneath the armored plating still beats the heart of Kong, fierce, territorial, and intelligent. The cybernetic enhancements don't replace his instincts, they amplify them. His punches land with the force of earthquakes, and his reinforced limbs can tear through tanks like paper. Sensors embedded in his skull analyze threats in real time, locking onto targets with terrifying accuracy. This is not just a beast with upgrades. This is a war machine driven by rage. Then there's the T-1000. Smaller in size but infinitely more dangerous in its own way. Composed entirely of mimetic polyalloy, the T-1000 is liquid metal given murderous purpose. Bullets pass through it, blades grow from its arms in a blink. Damage means nothing, it simply reforms, adapts, and continues. The T-1000 doesn't feel fear or pain. It doesn't tire, it calculates. Every movement is efficient, every strike designed to incapacitate or kill. Where Kong Cyborg dominates through overwhelming force, the T-1000 thrives on precision, infiltration, and inevitability. The battle begins with sound, the roar of Kong Cyborg echoing across the battlefield, metal plates flexing as he pounds his chest in challenge. The T-1000 stands silently, its chrome surface reflecting the giant before it. No roar, no taunt, just a calm, predatory stillness. In a split second, the T-1000 moves first, sprinting forward with inhuman speed, its feet morphing for traction as it closes the distance. Kong Cyborg reacts instantly, his cybernetic targeting systems flare to life, tracking the fast-moving threat. He slams his fist into the ground, sending shockwaves outward. Concrete shatters, vehicles flip, the T-1000 is torn apart by the force, its body splashing into fragments of liquid metal across the battlefield. For a moment, it looks like Kong Cyborg has won the opening exchange. But then the metal moves. The scattered fragments slither back together, flowing like quicksilver, reforming into the T-1000 without a single flaw. This is the moment Kong Cyborg realizes this enemy is different. He roars again, this time with anger, and charges. Each step dents the earth as he swings both arms down in a devastating hammer blow. The T-1000 flattens itself, liquefying just in time, the massive fists crashing together above it with a thunderous boom. In response, the T-1000 strikes upward. Its arms elongate into razor-sharp spears, stabbing into Kong Cyborg's leg joints, searching for weaknesses between armor plates. Sparks fly as metal meets metal. Kong howls in pain and fury, grabbing the liquid metal creature and hurling it through a skyscraper. Glass and steel explode outward as the T-1000 disappears inside the wreckage. Again, it reforms. The T-1000 adapts. It analyzes Kong Cyborg's movement patterns, strength output, and reaction times. It begins targeting vulnerable systems, hydraulic lines, exposed servos, power conduits. It leaps, running up Kong's armored torso, stabbing repeatedly, trying to disable rather than overpower. Kong Cyborg grabs at it, tearing chunks away, but it's like fighting living mercury. No matter how much he rips off, it always comes back. Kong Cyborg's advantage is sheer power and intelligence born from survival. He isn't just swinging blindly. He learns. He slams the T-1000 into high-voltage power grids, presses it against molten metal, and crushes it under immense pressure. Each tactic slows the T-1000 temporarily, forcing it to recover, buying Kong precious seconds. His cybernetic brain enhances his natural problem-solving skills, allowing him to change strategies mid-fight. The T-1000, however, is relentless. It infiltrates Kong Cyborg's mechanical systems, flowing into damaged ports and interfaces, trying to sabotage him from the inside. Warning alarms blare inside Kong's cybernetic framework. Systems begin to fail. His movements slow. One arm locks up. The T-1000 emerges from his shoulder, forming a blade inches from his face. In a moment of raw defiance, Kong Cyborg grabs the T-1000 with his functioning arm and unleashes everything he has left. He charges into an industrial complex, diving into a pool of molten steel. The heat is catastrophic. The T-1000 thrashes violently, its form destabilizing as the extreme temperature overwhelms its ability to maintain cohesion. Liquid metal boils, splashes, and begins to lose structure. Kong Cyborg holds it there, roaring through pain as his own systems scream from the heat. This is the difference between them. The T-1000 calculates survival probabilities. Kong fights on will, on instinct, on refusal to fall. As the molten steel consumes the T-1000, its movements slow, its form breaking apart beyond recovery. The liquid metal disperses, losing its ability to reassemble. The threat finally ends, not with finesse, but with brute determination and sacrifice. Kong Cyborg pulls himself from the molten pit, battered, damaged, but standing. Smoke rises from his scorched armor. His systems are failing, but he is alive. Victorious. This battle isn't just about who is stronger or more advanced. It's about the clash between adaptability and indomitable spirit. The T-1000 is one of the most dangerous machines ever conceived, nearly unstoppable under normal circumstances. But Kong Cyborg represents something technology alone cannot replicate: a warrior's instinct, the ability to endure, and the will to do whatever it takes to win. In the end, steel met steel, and rage proved stronger than calculation. And that is why the Battle of Steel Titans will be remembered as one of the greatest hypothetical showdowns ever imagined.